This is Mr. Aguilar. Welcome 4th graders to another week of band. Your band teachers are Mr. Longwill, me, Mr. Aguilar, Mr. Hirsch, and Mr. Schur. So for this year, here are our resources. The Google site is going to act as pretty much a single stop, meaning everything you're going to need for band this year is going to be on the Google site. It's that link there, sites.google.com/admin.k12.pa.us/Mr. Longwill. You can also just go to google.com and look up Mr. Longwill, all one word, it'll pop up. Also, the link to the Google site is actually going to be on the Google Classroom, which we'll talk about in a second. So remember, when you're accessing this Google site, you need to be logged into your Abington Google account. You're missing the supplies, need music, need our contact info, etc. It's all going to be on that Google site. You're also going to have your Google Classroom, which is not much different than your teacher's Google Classroom. Assignments are going to be posted here. There's also going to be links here to the Google site, to the Flipgrid. There's going to be some good resources here on the Google Classroom. Practice records will also be on the Classroom and the Google site. We also have Flipgrid. So remember, there's going to be a Flipgrid due about every single week. You're going to watch each other's Flipgrids, give each other's comments, be nice to each other, give positive feedback, listen for things that went well and something that could be better, and then leave some positive, constructive feedback. You can access it through the Google site, or you can go to flipgrid.com/Mr. Longwill for YouTube. Who doesn't like YouTube? All play-along tracks are going to be uploaded to YouTube. Everyone needs to play along with these tracks so they can know what tunes sound like and know that they are playing the right notes. Other things are going to also be on YouTube. For example, the instrument assembly playlist, some beginner videos, they're also going to be available there. We're going to need those this week. So for this week, you're going to watch the video or attend the lesson. You already did that. So then you'll watch the beginner playlist. So you're going to go on the YouTube channel, find your beginner playlist for your instrument, click on it, and watch some of those videos and check them out. Then you're going to practice making a sound after you watched the videos. Make sure you take your time to follow each step and know exactly how you're going to make that sound. And remember, this week, because there is a break, there's not going to be a Flipgrid due. Let's have a couple of reminders about posture. So always bring the instrument to you. Do not move to the instrument. The instrument is very light and you can bring it to you. So your posture checklist is like this. You're going to have your feet flat on the floor and you're going to sit forward on your chair, which means on the edge of your seat. Do not be slouching back on the chair. Back away from the end of the chair. Have your head held up high with your back straight. Hold the instrument in the proper position, and chicken wings, no T-Rex arms. Remember, you don't want to have those arms really close to you. You want to have them nice and open, kind of like how a chicken would fly. So these assembly checklists, remember, you should watch your instrument assembly video first, then come back and check out these assembly checklists just so they make more sense to you. Here's the FLUTE assembly checklist. Hold the head joint with your left hand and the body with your right hand. Line up the lip plate with the keys on the body and insert the head joint into the body. Hold the point joint in your right hand and connect it to the key side of the body. Gently twist them together. Line up the rod with the foot joint with the middle of the last key of the body. Your playing position goes like this. Left hand, you're going to put your thumb on that rectangular key on the bottom of the flute. Pointer finger on the C key, skip a key, middle finger on the A key, and ring finger on the G key. For your right hand, thumb on the bottom flute, kind of a blank space under the F key. So put your thumb there, then pointer finger on the F key, middle key on the E key, ring on the D key. Then put your pinky on the E flat key on the foot joint. If you're a clarinet, your assembly checklist goes like this. Remember, watch these videos before, especially for clarinet, because it's a little bit complicated. So here's the mouthpiece and barrel. Take the ligature off the mouthpiece. Connect the mouthpiece to the thin part of the barrel. Place the reed on the flat part of the mouthpiece where there is an opening and hold it in place. Move the reed close to the top so you can only see a tiny sliver of the mouthpiece above the reed. Put the ligature on top of the mouthpiece and the reed with the screws to the right. Tighten the screws, but not too tight. Put the mouthpiece and barrel to the side. Grab the lower section, which is the longer part of the clarinet, with your left hand, and the bell with your right hand. Gently twist the bell on the cork of the lower section. Hold the upper section so the side with all the keys are facing you. Position the two halves so that the thumb hook on the lower section is in line with the hole on the upper section. While pressing down on the D or the A key, gently push the two halves together so the top bridge keys are above the bottom bridge keys. Remember those little keys on the side of the clarinet. Then you connect the mouthpiece and barrel to the upper section so the reed is in line with the register key and your clarinet is set up and good to go. Clarinet playing position goes like this. Thumb on the hole in the back, curve the wrist over the left side of the clarinet, pointer finger on the E key, middle key on the D key, ring finger on the C key. For your right hand, your thumb is going to be below the thumb rest and you're going to curve your wrist around the right side of the clarinet. Pointer finger is going to go on the F key, middle on the A, and ring on the G key. Remember, some brass instruments have the assembly pretty easy. Trumpet's one of them. Trumpet, you're going to insert the mouthpiece into the lead pipe. But your playing position gets a little more complicated. Left thumb grips the thumb ring / saddle, and the third finger inserts into the third valve slide. Right pinky grips the pinky ring, right thumb rests behind valve steps. Right hand fingers rest on top of the valve caps, support the weight with the left hand. Your trombone assembly checklist gets a little more complicated because you have a couple more parts. So you're going to hold the bell section with your left hand and the slide section with your right hand. Carefully insert the slide into the bell section. Tighten the connecting nut to lock it into place. Your trombone will make, when you connect the slide and the bell section, your trombone will be at a 90-degree angle and make the letter L. Then you'll just insert the mouthpiece into the lead pipe. So your left thumb is going under the bell brace. First two fingers grip the first slide brace. Right thumb and first two fingers grip the second slide brace. Bring the trombone to your left shoulder and support the weight of your trombone with only your left hand and shoulder. Baritone assembly checklist, insert that mouthpiece into the lead pipe. In your baritone playing position, rest the baritone on your lap. Right thumb grips the thumb ring. First, second, and third fingers are going to rest on top of those valve caps. Left arm will hug across the instrument, and your left hand will grip the tubing on the opposite of the main tube. Percussion checklist. Remember, if you're a percussionist, you're looking at this chart on the right. So you have your stand base looking like that. Then you could put your stand post on top of that and tighten that screw. And then you can gently place your bells on the top with that playing surface. And some of your kids are going to come up with a little music stand, which is kind of nice. So percussion playing drums. Percussion playing position, drums and bells. Pinch between thumb and first finger at the first knuckle. Wrap your remaining fingers around the stick / mallet. Close the empty space in your grip. Then your wrists are going to go low, just above the surface of the bells. Hands are going flat. Back of your hands should be flat / parallel to the playing surface. Tips go up. The tip of the stick / mallet will go up above the playing surface. Now that we've talked about everyone's setup, we're going to talk about something called embouchure. Embouchure is basically the shape of your mouth when you play the instrument. It's kind of the form of all those muscles on your mouth so you can properly play the instrument. So the first thing you're going to do if you're a flautist or a flutist is going to say M. Then you're going to blow air softly as if you're saying poo. Place the head joint on your lips, right on the bottom part of your lips, and then roll it while you're saying poo into place until you get a sound. Clarinet embouchure. Say M. You're going to put your top teeth on top of the mouthpiece. Your bottom teeth are going to be covered by that lower lip. You're going to roll that lower lip in, and they're going to be resting right under the reed. Then you're going to put your corners in and secure your mouthpiece. Then you're going to blow your air softly while saying ta. Brass embouchure. Again, we're saying M, we're getting that band face. Then you're gonna buzz your lips like this. Pull your corners back. Try to make them under your nose. Then place the mouthpiece on your lips while you buzz, and you'll get the sound. Here's your grip if you're a percussionist. You're gonna pinch the mallets, wrap your fingers around them, and close your mallets. And that's how your setup is going to be. So, playing the instrument, here are a couple of tips. If you're a brass instrument, and even a woodwind instrument, you're gonna say ta to make the different notes, and to give each note its own emphasis. Percussion, wrists are going low, hands go flat, tips go up. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and remember, you can always scroll back and rewind to find the different parts for your instrument. Thank you so much. Hope you all are gonna have a great week, and hope you have some great practicing.